This program will take you, step by step, through the startup process for the Modulex EXT Boiler. Please take note that this program should be used for startup on the Modulex EXT only. This program is also no substitute for the instructional manual that accompanied your unit. These video chapters are an additional tool to help you operate your unit to its maximum potential. Before we begin showing you all the necessary startup procedures, please review this list of important equipment and instruments that you'll need. Standard hand tools such as regular and Phillips head screwdrivers, an adjustable wrench, a manometer that is capable of reading both positive and negative pressures, a combustion analyzer, a digital multimeter, metric Allen wrenches. Please remember to carefully inspect all gas, water, venting, and condensate lines to make sure they are installed according to the specifications outlined in your manual. First, we want to show you how to access all the controls in your unit, including the E8 controller and the Boiler Communications Module, or BCM. Unlatch the lid and raise it. Then, unscrew the screw underneath in the center as shown here. Next, unlatch the two latches on the back as shown. Pull off the cover. Go to the front panel, remove the two screws and the front panel as shown here. Before we go any further, an important note on water treatment. Your system's pH must be between 6.5 and 8. Anything over 8 will damage your boiler and is not covered under the product's warranty. Also, use only glycols approved for use in aluminum systems. For a list of approved vendors and glycols, please refer to Airco's Piping Application Guide, document number GF-136-P. Your boiler has been installed using specific requirements and specifications that are in accordance with your unit's manual. First, check your unit to make sure the combustion air inlet and the discharge of combustion exhaust occur correctly, meaning they are in alignment with your unit's manual and its specific standards. Next, check your unit's electrical supply. Begin by making sure the wall breaker is turned off. Then, check to make sure the wiring on your unit is correct. This means the hot side of the 120 volts AC, or the black wires, is tied to the brown wires. The neutral side, or white wires, is tied to the blue wires, and the ground wires are connected to the green wires in the unit, all as shown here. Once you've checked that all the wiring is correct, turn on the wall breaker and then turn on the unit's power switch. Now it's time to turn on the gas. First, make sure all of the system's on-off valves are in the correct position, either open or closed as specified in your unit's manual. Make sure you have the correct gas type. If the available gas type is different than your boiler, the unit must be converted. Later in this presentation, we'll show you how to accomplish this conversion. Make sure the gas supply valve is open. Also, check to make sure there are no gas leaks. Finally, check your unit's water systems. This means, check to make sure there are no water leaks or blockages to the wastewater system. The condensate drain and P-trap must be filled with water and connected to the wastewater system. You can do this by filling the trap with water through this hole and then check the correct drainage of the condensate. Using the boiler with an empty drain trap could cause a dangerous condition due to poisonous emissions from the flue exhaust gases. Finally, be sure that the system pumps are running and there is a way for the loop to dissipate heat. To access manual control of the boiler, proceed as follows. Before opening the controller door flap, turn the encoder wheel clockwise to this symbol. This is manual mode, which may also be referred to as sweeper mode. Open the E8 cover. A one-time only installation menu will appear. To get out of this menu, simply turn the wheel counterclockwise. Then General will appear. Right after, a sub-level will appear with date and time. Turn the wheel counterclockwise to access Service. Now, press this button to enter the service menu. Relay Test will be displayed. Turn the wheel clockwise until display shows you Cascade Manual. Press this button again to open this level. On the display, it should read Boiler 1 at 0% as shown here. Hit this button. Number code will appear. Press this button 5 times until all zeros stop flashing and Boiler 01 is displayed again. To display a boiler other than Boiler 1, turn the wheel clockwise. Now you can change the value on the specific boiler by selecting that boiler and pressing the button as shown. By turning the wheel as shown, you can increase or decrease the value per boiler by 10% with a maximum value of 100%. When you've reached the value you want for the boiler, hit this button to confirm the amount. Please note that this function is active for 15 minutes at a time. After this time is up, the system will automatically default back to previous run mode. If service mode times out, simply return to the service mode, reset the Cascade Manual setting, and resume calibration. Before calibrating the unit, you must first check the incoming gas pressure. Gas pressure should be measured from the gas manifold. Shut off the gas valve. Turn screw counterclockwise 3 turns as shown. Place the hose of your manometer over the sample port like this and open the gas valve. On the control panel, access your unit's service mode and use Cascade Manual to turn all burners to 100% fire. Measure the gas pressure with all of the burners in operation. Verify that your unit has the proper gas pressure readings. For natural gas, the pressure should be between 4 and 10.5 inches water column. Nominal pressure should be 7 inches water column. For propane gas, the pressure should be between 8 and 13 inches water column. Nominal pressure should be 11 inches water column. If the incoming pressure is too high or too low, adjust it through the gas regulator that leads to the unit. You can do this by unscrewing the cap on your gas regulator and using a screwdriver to turn the adjustment screw clockwise. This will increase gas pressure. Turning counterclockwise will decrease gas pressure. Once your gas pressure is set, turn all modules to 0%. Shut off the gas valve. Remove the manometer hose and tighten the screw. And finally, open the gas valve. Before you make adjustments to the boiler, a gas analyzer sensor probe must be installed into the flue exhaust outlet. First, remove the cap from the gas outlet. Next, install the probe adapter into the gas outlet as shown. After you've taken measurements and made your adjustments, remove the probe adapter, and reinstall the cap onto the gas outlet as shown here. Before performing any calibration, take note that during ignition, CO may be produced in levels higher than recommended for the combustion analyzer. Be sure to either turn off your analyzer pump or remove the analyzer probe before each burner ignition. Now that the gas analyzer probe has been installed, we can begin the maximum output calibration on your unit. Begin by locating the gas adjustment screws on your unit, as shown here. The screw indicated here is your maximum adjustment screw. It can be adjusted with either a small flathead screwdriver or a metric Allen key. As we instructed in the last section, remove the cap from the gas outlet as shown, then connect a gas analyzer. Enter manual mode on your unit. Select Module 1 and set the fire rate to 100%. If your boiler does not ignite, that means your unit may have an ignition failure and requires an adjustment. If this occurs, consult your manual for ignition failure adjustment procedure. Now that this is done, turn on the pump to your combustion analyzer. Check that your O2 levels are within the value indicated in the manual that accompanied your unit. You can find this information by referring to the table found in your manual. If you need to, you can correct the value on the boiler by turning the adjustment screw clockwise to decrease O2, or counterclockwise to increase O2. After making an adjustment, allow the values to settle again and check against target O2. Once you have calibrated a maximum fire rate, you must then calibrate that module at minimum fire rate. Now that your unit's calibrated for maximum output, you must calibrate for minimum output. The screw requires a metric Allen key to adjust the minimum output. The bottom screw is for your minimum adjustment, as indicated here. Set the burner for 10% fire rate. Allow 1 to 2 minutes for the reading to settle. Hit the button once to confirm selection. Check that your O2 levels are within the value indicated in the manual that accompanied your unit. You could find this information by referring to the table found in your manual. If you need to, you can correct the value on the boiler by turning the adjustment screw clockwise to increase the O2 value, or counterclockwise to decrease O2. Repeat this step-by-step process for all gas valves in the boiler. An important note: if you cannot reach the target O2, contact your installer. Also, another note: if your boiler is installed at high altitude, it'll require a special combustion adjustment. Please consult your manual. Your unit may need to be converted from natural gas to propane gas. The following section of this program will show you how to complete this process. First, open the E8 door. Turn the wheel clockwise until this appears on screen. Press this button on the control panel. Parameter HS1 appears. Hit the button and Upload 1 will appear. Press the button again to upload the BMM settings from Module 1 as shown. This may take up to 5 minutes. Once the upload is complete, this will appear on your screen. Turn the wheel clockwise until max fan speed is displayed. Press the button to change this value, which requires a password. Press the program key 4 times to enter your code, and then a 5th time to continue. Hit the button again. The red light will glow. Now, use the scroll wheel to set your maximum fan speed to 84. Press the button again to enter this value. Turn the wheel to scroll to minimum fan speed and set this value to 30 as shown here. Scroll the wheel to return to Exit Module 1 in the settings. Repeat this process for each module. Now you can proceed to the combustion calibration. Use the table provided in your manual as a reference for the proper conversion values. After the gas conversion of propane and calibration has been completed, the gas installer should complete and apply the label that looks like this one to the rating label. To set up for indoor-outdoor reset mode, take the following steps as demonstrated here. Your unit was accompanied by an outdoor air sensor. It should be mounted on the outer north or northeast side of your building, away from windows, doors, and vents. Never mount the sensor in a place where it's exposed to direct sunlight. Start by making sure that the on-off switch on the front of your Modulex boiler is on. Open the front controller panel as shown here. Turn the rotary knob clockwise to access the Expert menu. The first submenu will appear as Installation as shown here. Please note, check to ensure that the HC function is set to the default value of 00 as shown here. Please note, the screen will automatically reset at this point. This function is completely normal. Now you can resume. Scroll clockwise through the User menu until this appears. To set the reset schedule, you must adjust the heat slope as shown. Press the program key. Turn the knob again to find the heat slope submenu item as shown. As you can see, the current value stored in the system's memory appears here. To change it, press the program key and the red light like this will appear. Now change the value according to the heat slope diagram that can be found in your manual. Remember that the value entered must be between 0 and 3.00. You can find the desired value by turning the rotary knob as shown. Press the program key again to store this value in your system's memory. Scroll back through the HTG Circuit 1 submenu until Return appears. Then, press the program key again to exit this submenu. Constant set point mode can be used when you want to set a fixed header temperature. Start by setting the on-off switch to on, and then open the controller's front panel. Turn the rotary knob clockwise to find the expert menu. The submenu Installation will appear. Turn the rotary knob clockwise until Heat Circuit 1 appears. Press the program key to enter the Heat Circuit 1 submenu now. This is where you'll find the unit's current setting. Normally, 00 will show up, since this is the default value when the unit leaves the factory. For constant set point mode, the heating circuit function must be changed to 01. If you find that the setting is already at 01, disregard the next few steps in this presentation. Now, if the heating circuit function is set to 00, press the program key. Code number will appear. Enter 4 zeros in by pressing the program key 4 times. Hit the button a 5th time to continue. With the heating circuit function up, press the program key. Turn the knob to change the heating circuit function to 01. Press the program key again to store this setting. The controller will reset. This is normal. After reset, the display will switch back to installation as shown here. Use rotary knob to scroll to User and access Heating Circuit 1 as the submenu. Press the program key to enter this submenu. A note from earlier: if your unit was found at 01, this is the next step you should take following what was shown earlier. Use your rotary knob to find T-flow day. This screen will also show you the current value, which represents the current set point temperature in Fahrenheit. To change this value, press the program key, turn the rotary knob to the desired constant set point, and then press the program key again to store this set point. Remote set point mode allows you to control the boiler's set point by using an external control signal. In order to operate in the 0 to 10 volt remote set point mode, the remote signal source for your unit must be wired to terminals 1 or F15 and 2 or GND of connector number 3 on the rear of your controller as shown here. Start by setting the on-off switch to on and then open the front panel. Turn the rotary knob clockwise to Expert Menu. The first submenu you'll see is Installation. Continue scrolling through until you find this. Now that you're in Solar/MF, press the program key to enter the Solar/MF submenu as shown. Turn the rotary knob to scroll through until you find F15 function. Its currently stored value is 00. Press the program key to change the function. The display will show that a code number must be entered. Enter 4 zeros in by pressing the program key 4 times. Press a 5th time to continue. Press the program key. With the F15 function displayed and the red light lit, turn the rotary knob to change the F15 function to 01. Press the program key again to store the setting. Continue scrolling through the submenu until you find Return. Press the program key, which will allow you to exit the Solar/MF submenu. To set the voltage limits corresponding to the minimum and maximum allowable set points, refer to the following step-by-step demonstration. Begin by scrolling through the menu to the Installation submenu as shown. Hit this button. The display will show you code number, which means it's requesting that you enter a valid code to continue. Enter the code, 4 zeros by pressing the program key 5 times like this. Next, turn the rotary knob clockwise to access curve 11-U1 as shown. Press the program key again. Enter the desired low voltage limit for U1 by turning the knob. The voltage will increase or decrease in 0.10 volt increments. When you get to the low voltage limit you want, press the program key to set the voltage. Turn the rotary knob again clockwise, scrolling until you find curve 11-U2. press the program key and the red light will glow again. Enter the high voltage limit you want for U2 by turning the knob like this. Press the program key again to set the U2 voltage. Now, we'll show you how to set the minimum or T1 and maximum or T2 set point temperatures. These values should correspond with the U1 and U2 voltage levels we showed you how to set in the last video section. Turn the rotary knob clockwise and scroll to find curve 11-T1. This will be the minimum set point temperature. Press the program key. The red LED light will glow. Enter the low set temperature for T1. This value will correspond to what you set for U1. With this limit displayed, press the program key to set the T1 temperature. Now, turn the rotary knob clockwise and scroll to curve 11-T2. This will be the maximum set point temperature. Press the program key. Enter the high set point temperature for T2. This value will correspond to what you set for U2. With this limit displayed, press the program key to set the T2 temperature. UO is a voltage that will turn off the boiler. This means you should set your UO voltage level below the limit you set for your U1 voltage. Turn the rotary knob clockwise and scroll until curve 11-UO appears in the display screen. Press the program key. Use the rotary knob to adjust the UO voltage to below the voltage you set for U1. Once it's there, press the program key to store the setting. This now completes all of the required entries for operation in the 0 to 10 volt remote setpoint mode. To set the heating mode on your unit, start by closing the E8 cover. Turn the wheel counterclockwise as shown to put your unit in standby operation for maintenance or if it's being controlled by Modbus. This icon will appear. If you want to run the unit in another control mode, turn the wheel until you reach day mode, which appears with this icon resembling a sun. If you're using your unit for domestic hot water and you want to shut down the heating side for the summer, then you can put your unit in summer mode. Do this by turning the wheel until this icon, resembling a faucet, appears as shown. Now that you've gone through all the other steps of starting your unit, it's time to show you the final startup procedures. Here's how you set the boiler's operating mode and your unit's boiler communication module, also known as the BCM. Your BCM is located here. First, ensure the BCM is set to the correct mode. There is a 3-position switch on the BCM. Position 0 is if your unit is being controlled remotely over Modbus. Position 1 is never used. Position 2 is for local control by the E8. Second, there is a 2-position rocker switch on the BCM that determines whether or not the BCM can act as a backup controller. 0 position means no. 1 position means it will take over control if the E8 fails. Finally, double check to make sure the E8 is in the correct mode. Take one last look to make sure that you observe accurate operation that ensures a burner light upon demand. Here's some additional information on how to view set points. Let's begin by showing you how to view the set point in the constant set point mode or indoor-outdoor reset mode. Open the E8 panel door to get to the display menu. The first submenu item displayed will be installation. Press the program key to enter this submenu. Then, turn the rotary knob clockwise until this is displayed along with a corresponding temperature reading. This reading equals your boiler set point in degrees Fahrenheit. Open the E8 panel door. The installation menu will appear. Scroll the wheel until you reach T external DES, which is your unit's remote set point. Continue scrolling until you reach ModGrad. Hit this button. Now you can view the individual burners, turning the wheel to view each one individually as shown. When you're finished, scroll to return. Hit the button one more time to return to installation. Close the E8 door. On your display screen, You can view the number of units firing here. We hope you've enjoyed and more importantly learned from this presentation on Airco's Modulex EXT Boiler. Please remember that this program is no substitute for the precise and detailed instructional manual that accompanied your unit. The video demonstrations you've just watched are only meant to provide you with another instructional resource for operating your unit correctly, effectively, and efficiently. If you have additional questions about your unit, please contact the local representative or dealer you purchase your unit from. If you'd like to learn more about the Modulex EXT or other products in the Airco family, please visit us at airco.com.